Laces glimmered, and when the first toast passed, the hall grew still. For memory eats in silence before any living mouth is filled. Set the table, leave the lantern, turn no vessel upside down. For the gone may hear the calling, where the dark roads buckle round. Set the table, leave the doorway, do not clear the waiting plates. For 1 year in every 1,000, the lost return, though never late. That year the snow fell thin as ashfall. The year the dogs refused the yard. That year the old musicians paused as if they'd heard a second chord. And from beyond the outer threshold, not in triumph, not in haste, came 7 figures pale with distance and sat before the untouched feast. A mother saw her eldest standing, yet bowed as though beneath strange weather. A man beheld his vanished brother, knew the eyes but not the measure. One child returned already aged, one widow's love came back with none. Of the laughter she had buried, only a smile to come for son. Set the table, leave the lantern, turn no vessel upside down. For the gone may hear the calling, where the dark roads buckle round. Set the table, leave the doorway, do not clear the waiting plate. For 1 year in every 1,000, the lost return, though changed by fate. They ate, but slowly they drank, but listening they named no path by which they came. One spoke in tenses none there knew, one answered only when addressed by their childhood name. One guest wept at the smell of cumin, one touched the wall as if it moved. One said, "You built this house too early," then smiled as though they had approved. Not possessed, not false, not wholly shattered, worse beloved, still somehow true. Enough remained for recognition, enough was missing to undo. At midnight, all the serving candles bent their flame toward the northern door. The eldest guest rose first and murmured, "We may not stay beyond this hour." No protest held them, no embrace kept on, no oath could anchor what had crossed. They left their bread half touched upon the plates and walked back out among the frost. Set the table, leave the lantern, though your knees give out with weight. For the heart must keep a chamber, even when return comes late. Set the table, leave the doorway, take no mercy back in shame. For some who come from broken distances still answer to the name. And ever since, when winter gathers and the feast is laid once more, no host will ever count the guests until the final sealing of the door. For sometimes absence takes a body, and sometimes distance leaves one whole, and sometimes what comes back to supper has crossed too far to stay, but not too far to know.